Yo, what is up YouTube? James back here and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we have the Machamp team once again with Machamp, Bisharp, Machamp, Togekiss, Rotomosh, and Arcanine. If you might not have noticed, if you aren't wearing headphones, you might notice that my voice sounds a bit different, and that's because I actually got a new microphone. This one's actually a hella expensive microphone. It is pretty large, and I feel like my voice has never sounded clearer. Background noise gone. Feels amazing. When I was doing a test run, streamed loved it too, and yeah, got a new microphone. The only problem with the microphone is I have to speak really closely into the microphone in order for it to sound good, but that shouldn't stop us too much here. I gotta readjust. I gotta get like an actual microphone stand as well as a camera stand. I still don't actually have a camera stand, unfortunately, but yeah. So the few things that I do want to take note of for today is going to be one, of course, if you do enjoy the videos, please leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. It really does help out with the algorithm system and really does push my video forward. Also, if you do want to try out the team alongside me, there is a rental code of the team down below in the description, as well as the payment of the team. The rental code will expire when we switch to the brand new team in a couple of episodes. So I highly recommend picking up the team right now and trying it out if you do enjoy it. But today's common question is going to be, what kind of weather do you like? Hot weather, cold weather, or warm weather? For me, my favorite is cold weather. I like cold weather. I'm not a huge fan of hot weather at all. Warm weather is okay for me, but I definitely do prefer cooler weather or cold weather, as it's probably like the environment I'm just the most comfortable in. But let me know in the comments down below. The reason I asked this question is because I was streaming today, of course, link in the description down below, twitch.tv/JamesWBeck. I've been streaming VGC pretty much almost every day and playing some fun games such as the Soul Silver, Nuzlocke, and I'll be playing a lot more variety games in the future. So highly recommend go check it out if you are interested. Link in the description again down below. But I was super uncomfortable during the stream, and yeah, I actually probably didn't have as much energy as I used to. Because it was super hot in my room. And the reason I found out it was hot in my room is because the system that controls the vents was off the entire day. So it was like 10 degrees higher than what it normally is. So I was wondering why it was so hot and why it was so hot in the house, because it didn't feel hot outside. But yeah, that's the reason why. Okay, we got our first opponent though. Pretty standard team: Dragapult, Excadrill, the Togekiss, Tyranitar, Dusclops, and then you see the Pincurchin, which is interesting because you don't really see that Pokemon too much. But okay, yeah, that's interesting for sure. I actually really like leading the Machamp. Plus, there are a few things I could lead. Rotomosh does decently well. I really like the offensive Togekiss for sure. I think like Togekiss plus Bisharp. Yeah, I like that kind of lead a lot actually. I could also lead like Arcanine Togekiss, which is actually pretty solid as well. And maybe I go with that lead. I think it's super solid. Yeah, I like that lead a lot actually. Because it covers sand and it covers the Dragapult Togekiss lead. I like that a lot. Yeah. Bring Machamp in the back. And do I bring Rotom? Rotomosh is a really good Pokemon in this game. But I like Bisharp a lot to deal with endgame Dragapult, which is probably a special Dragapult. Or it has to be a fire move on Togekiss, because I don't see how this team really beats Fairforn otherwise. This team really lacks coverage too. But I don't really like Rotomosh in this matchup just because I feel like Dragapult's 100% a Pokemon that's going to be brought. I think maybe even Dusclops in the back with that Tyranitar could be super scary. So I feel like having the Machamp, of course, is super good. And of course, having the that option to bring in a Machamp under Trick Room to decimate my opponent's team could be really nice here. As we're going to see the Dragapult Togekiss lead, not surprised at all, as we will lead with my Arcanine plus my Togekiss here. So not too bad. The problem is we don't know what kind of Dragapult this is. It's clear body, but that doesn't really tell us any information. The only thing it tells us is not Infiltrator, and Infiltrator is pretty much always guaranteed to run special. So that's like the only thing. It could be weakness policy on this Dragapult. It could be on the Tyranitar or the Excadrill as well. Could even be on the Togekiss. So I think overall, I could go Bisharp here in Airstream, and that sounds super solid to me actually, because of the fact that If you go for anything else, I can get the Airstream off, boost up my Bisharp and my Togekiss to a decent amount. Yeah, I like that a lot actually, because of the fact that if you go for an attack, let's say the Max Phantasm, I'm actually going to be able to boost up with my Bisharp, unless you go for an attack with Togekiss, like a Heat Wave for instance, which I don't think you would really want in this position because Arcanine can go for that Will-O-Wisp. Togekiss is a Pokemon that, you know, can carry Yawn as well. I don't think you want to really risk that. So I will switch out my Arcanine here, go into Bisharp because Arcanine was kind of threatened here, damage output wise. We are going to see a Dynamax come out from my opponent, and I'm assuming that's going to be that Dragapult. And what I'm trying to prepare myself is like getting this Bisharp boosted and threatening this Dragapult, as the Dragapult does go for the Dynamax here. And yeah, as you can tell, this Pokemon can be very, very scary. So let's see what my opponent's going to do here. I do Dynamax my Togekiss, which was basically the plan because I felt like if it's going to be this kind of lead, a champ isn't going to exactly put in the best of work against this combination. But once I get rid of these Pokemon and my opponent doesn't have Dynamax, the champ can go in on this team. The champ can go in on this team for sure. Especially with an endgame Tyranitar and an Excadrill potentially in the back. So yeah. We will Dynamax our offensive bulky Togekiss, and we will see a Follow Me does come out. So basically got the turn we wanted. Let's see if it's an Airstream going to be coming out, or maybe a Max Phantasm to start racking up some damage. It's going to be Airstream, which is pretty alright because that does very minimal damage. Looks like it's a Life Orb set, it looks like. Because that did do a ton of damage. That is, yeah, Life Orb. So I am going to be able to go for an Airstream of my own. Do a good amount of damage to the Togekiss. Looks like we get a critical hit, I think. No, that's not a critical hit. That's just like very slow. That looks like a not very bulky Togekiss. So yeah, it's probably offensive. Probably carries Heat Wave. And if that's the case, I definitely want to protect the Bisharp this turn. And I definitely want to go for the Airstream once again to boost up my speed with my Bisharp. Because Bisharp's going to be good. I need to keep my Bisharp around because if I eliminate the Togekiss, I can put the I can sell out the Dynamax from the Dragapult, and it will be in range of Life Orb Sucker Punch. We're actually going to see a Max Guard come out from the Dragapult, which is amazing for me, actually, because the Togekiss was the Pokemon I want to get rid of. It is the biggest threat to my Machamp. It is going to be a Dazzling Gleam, not a Heat Wave, okay, or a Flamethrower. We'll target down my Togekiss for a decent amount, and I guess my opponent just wanted to keep Dragapult out on a turn, didn't want to risk. I thought I would maybe double it up potentially with like a Airstream Assurance play, thinking I would expect to Follow Me, and yeah, this ends up working perfectly because I'm able to knock out the Togekiss immediately off the board, and my Bisharp looking pretty good against this Pult once the Dynamax is over. So let's see what my opponent's going to bring out next. I'm assuming the Excadrill is actually going to be that Tyranitar. So if it is that Tyranitar, I can go for the Max Starfall. Iron Head is usually the play, and I just don't see a reason not to make that play because Dragapult's, again, unless it has a fire move, which it probably would have revealed here if it did have it, and it probably doesn't because it is Airstream physical, it looks like. I won't be able to knock out my Bisharp, and I'm guaranteed to be faster than this Tyranitar unless it's a Choice Scarf Tyranitar, but I feel like based on this team, I don't think it would be, and an Airstream doesn't really benefit me because it won't change the speed that much. My opponent's going to go for Airstream, but unless, again, the Tyranitar's Choice Scarf, it's not going to have any effect on this battle here. But I guess that does prevent me from getting a boost with Bisharp, which my opponent might be scared of. So we will be able to get a Starfall off into the Tyranitar as well as an Iron Head. We do go first with the Bisharp. That's a really solid amount to that Tyranitar, as I actually think I forgot to make this Togekiss faster than the Bisharp because this was an old spread from the Togekiss. So yeah, maybe in the future I definitely make the Togekiss faster so I can do Airstream and Assurance combination. A note for anyone who's trying out the pace down below. We are able to eliminate the Tyranitar, which was a pretty big threat to the combination that I have on the field. I'm not really that worried about Excadrill in the back. I do have that Will-O-Wisp threat. And yeah, this is looking pretty solid right here. I wish I knew that Iron Head would do that much, actually, because I would have just Airstreamed again so I could outspeed the Excadrill, because Excadrill's 100% should be coming out here. But I feel like we're okay here. Yep, Excadrill's going to come out. And I think that I'm just going to protect my Bisharp and go for Dazzling Gleam. I feel like Dragapult should be scared of Sucker Punch. I don't really care my opponent reads this Eater because I get a free switch into like Arcanine, for instance, getting Intimidated off into the Excadrill, and I think we're in a really good spot. So yeah, I'm actually going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here, and or should I expect? Maybe I should just go for the Heat Wave, but I just want to guarantee break the Sash on Excadrill. Yeah, I think breaking the Sash on Excadrill 100% is the play. So we're gonna see the Dragapult protect, scared of the Sucker Punch. No surprise there. Pretty much to be expected. Let's see if my opponent targeted down the Togekiss slot or it's going to be the Bisharp slot. It is going to be an Iron Head and a Togekiss. Good play from my opponent. Does catch me there. But again, not that bad of a situation. Because I'm going to be able to bring out my Arcanine and I can just go for Sucker Punch into the Dragapult. And the question is, what do I do with my Arcanine? That's of course the big question here. I think Arcanine can just go for a Flare Blitz in Excadrill, put it in Sash range, so I can go for the Bullet Punch with Machamp at the end. If this is Earthquake on the Excadrill, I don't think it's that bad for me. The Intimidate is going to go off in Excadrill. We already know it's not Life Orb. Most likely, I assume it's going to be that Focus Sash variant, so I'm going to Sucker Punch the Dragapult, which will KO 100%. And we don't have Flare Blitz, we have Heat Wave. Well, we'll go for the Heat Wave anyway. That's kind of annoying, but you know what? Okay. Goes for the double protect, fails. Sucker Punch will fail too. I could have targeted the Excadrill, but so be it. High horsepower going to come out into the Bisharp, which will be able to pick up a knockout again. I don't think it's that bad though. We haven't gotten the best out of these last couple turns. Okay, as long as we hit the Excadrill, we're fine. Heat Ray damage would have been good on Pult though. Are you Weakness Policy? No Weakness Policy. Yes, I'm assuming Sash. Unfortunately, I don't have knockoff on Machamp, which would be a pretty good move to have right now, but we can go into Machamp right here and 2 turns of Sand. I feel like you click Darts High Horsepower here, which I think is fine. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge into Dragapult and a Heat Wave. Yeah, the extra bit of damage wouldn't mattered because Stone Edge into the Heat Wave into Bullet Punch would have probably been a knockout guaranteed, but now it's gonna be a little bit interesting. I'm gonna go for Heat Wave here. Yeah, Dragon Darts is gonna come out. The reason I'm gonna Heat Wave here is because I didn't want the darts get redirected into Machamp. So yeah, I didn't want that happening in case my opponent doubled up. It's Life Orb on the Dragapult. And Rock Slide gonna come out. Okay. Which doesn't really do too much. Let's see if we flinch. We flinch with what? Classic Pokemon. Classic Pokemon. Okay. That's really annoying, actually. Well, what could have been a good spot is now looking like a pretty bad spot. I think my opponent realistically should just go for the... I think you should... Okay, I think I protect Arcanine 100% of the time because I'm going to rely on Arcanine outspeeding the Excadrill and getting a Heat Wave off. And if you Phantom Force... The problem is you can Phantom Force with the Dragapult, which I'm not happy about because I think Phantom Force will knock out the Arcanine in the situation. And Excadrill will protect. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. So I'm pretty sure it's Phantom Force here plus Protect. It does sell out the last turn of Sand, which is nice. But, like, it's still really annoying. Yeah, there's a Phantom Force. And yeah, that's really annoying. Oh wait, Stone Edge hits through Phantom Force? Wait, that's a game changer. Wait, I didn't actually know that. I knew that Stone Edge hit through Shadow Force, but I guess it's the same thing technically because I remember getting hit by random Stone Edges. That's actually a really cool thing. Machamp coming in, chat. Oh man, okay. I can't miss with my attacks. I'm gonna high horsepower and I'm gonna go for the Heat Wave. Because yeah. Alright, Phantom Force to Machamp actually wasn't the Arcanine slot. Doesn't pick up a knockout, and do we hit Heat Wave with both? Okay, we do, and we are able to knock out both Pokemon. Machamp coming in clutch, hitting a Stone Edge through the Phantom Force. You learn something new every day, chat. Did you know that? Let me know in the comments down below. Because, I knew about Shadow Force back in the day, but I wasn't sure if, like, they actually changed it. And I didn't know it actually worked with Phantom Force as well. But apparently you can hit it with No Guard, a Stone Edge. So that's a pretty cool tech. So, yeah, let's check this team out. Okay, we saw that was Life Orb on the Dragapult. Pretty offensive here. We're going to see that it is going to be that Focus Sash Excadrill. Yep, as anticipated. We're going to see that is a Rocky Helmet Togekiss. But it has no bulk because it's timid with max special attack, max speed, which I'm not exactly sure what to say about that. We got Weakness Policy on that Tyranitar. Okay, we were able to eliminate it. Actually, no, I think we saw that actually earlier. The match when I Iron Headed. Yeah. So I guess I just didn't really like put that in the back of my head. because the Excadrill couldn't be weak to this policy, and we saw that it was Life Orb on the Dragapult. Max HP on the Dusclops, Ally Switch, and Choice Banded Pincurchin with an interesting moveset. This thing stat wise, it actually has a bit of a higher attack stat than I thought, but shout out to Machamp hitting the invisible opponent right there. Again, let me know if you knew that, because I actually didn't. So I guess if I do face a Machamp, I now know that with my Dragapult, or the other way around. I hope this was an educational experience for everyone. We got a opponent 592. Okay, this is pretty standard. Yeah, the Dragapult, Togekiss, Rotom-Wash, Incineroar, Tyranitar, and Excadrill. We did have a bit of trouble in the last game, but yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think I'm going to do the same lead again. I think it really worked out for us. I think it was just super strong in general, and honestly, I do really like it. I think Rotom-Wash could have more value in this game, of course, because, you know, there are 3 Pokemon weak to water and 1 weak to electric, but I just don't know what he would substitute, because I really like Bisharp, because I still feel like that Dragapult is still going to be a problem, especially next to that Togekiss. And even though Rotom-Wash could put in a ton of work, I think this is the better way to go approach it. So probably not G-maxing the Machamp, but I mean, Machamp is going to do some work. It's going to do some work. And note, if this was a Conkeldurr instead of a Machamp, we would have not won that game, because of the fact that we did not get the necessary damage onto the Dragapult that we needed. So let's see here. Although I guess we would have had Mach Punch for the Excadrill, but that's a different story. Yeah, they keep leading this. So I wonder if this is special Dragapult, because sometimes they run special Dragapult on these teams. They also sometimes run the what's it called? The Hydro Pump. So something I have to consider. But this one's special. It is a bit concerning, but we have no clue. I think I'm going to make the same play as I did turn 1 of the last game, go into Bisharp and Airstream once again. I don't think my opponent's going to Max Guard the second time, because I don't know, I don't think Max Guard was like really that great for my opponent last game. Well, let's see here. We're going to see the Dynamax. It should be that, unless it's Togekiss, but it should be Dragapult once again. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of, you know, maybe some remembrance, but I don't know. There could be a different move. Airstream could be the move that my opponent chooses. It could be a different move. Could be a special Dragapult, as I mentioned before. We only find out right now. It is going to be the Togekiss and the Dragapult Dynamax in this game to face each other off. Unfortunately, Dynamax Machamp just hates this kind of combination. It does not do well against this combination. I can't really set up with anything. So bring in the Togekiss. Let's see if there's going to be another Follow Me, which is kind of what I'm expecting, because it's a pretty safe combination overall, I think. So let's see here. Yep, another Follow Me. Yep. Okay, so it's going to basically be what I anticipated. All right. Good thing that this flowchart looks like it works. A Max Ghost going to come out this time. Okay. Into the Togekiss. That does a ton of damage. Ah, that's why. I was wondering, wait, why did that do so much if the Life Orb Airstream didn't do that much in the first place? We do get attack boost, which is kind of nice, but this is still kind of annoying. It is a Life Orb, okay. I was about to say, it should be a Life Orb set based on the damage with the crit. Airstream gonna come out. Is Airstream just doing that much to opposing Togekiss? Okay, it's a crit this time. I think it's a bulkier Togekiss than the last set. Okay. So I kind of actually want to go for the Max Guard right here, and I think I'm going to go for the Assurance into the Togekiss slot. Maybe? I feel like you would Max Phantasm and just Follow Me again, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be very wrong here. Maybe I should just Airstream Assurance anyway. Just so if I lose anything, it's not that bad. I'm gonna Assurance the Dragapult. Ooh, Togekiss protects. Okay. So I do get a lot of damage into Dragapult, actually. Airstream gonna come out. That doesn't knock out Togekiss. It doesn't knock out Bisharp either. Oh, that's actually amazing for me. Yeah, I think that's amazing for me. Okay. Because I'll get a lot of damage in the Dragapult, probably put it in bullet punch range, or just knock it out. Bisharp coming in clutch, able to pick up the knockout into that Dragapult. Amazing. I mean, amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, wait, I think I found out why my audio was sounding weird earlier. Okay. So we're able to eliminate that. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Ooh, I didn't actually expect Assurance to KO, but I guess since it wasn't bulky policy, that's amazing. Okay, I think I finally found it. Okay, so earlier I was actually trying to figure out why the audio from my Elgato sounded super weird, so I kept unplugging it. And then, yeah, I think I found out the reason why is because another source was being used, which wasn't supposed to be used. Okay, Rotom gonna come out here. And we're +2. We are +2 with both Pokemon. And I'll go for damage. The only problem that stinks about this position is that my Bisharp is faster. So, but I guess it doesn't matter in this situation because there was no protect. And wow, we just eliminate the Rotom. +2 life orb can't be stopped. This Bisharp putting our opponent in a checkmate. This Bisharp just advancing on our opponent's board. And my opponent cannot stop it. Did not have an answer. So yeah, they try to get cheeky. I really don't, like, I understand the protect play, but I feel like that's overcapitalizing on a situation where it's just like you lose so much if you lose the gamble. I mean, you do gain a lot if you win, but of course, you were playing with a lot there. We're going to see that it is going to be the Excadrill in the back, and at this point, it looks like my champ's not even going to be brought out because all I have to do is click Dazzling Gleam and Assurance, and that is going to be 100% a win right here because, yeah, +2 Assurance will definitely put this range in Sash. Yep, it is going to be another Focus Sash Excadrill, and then another Dazzling Gleam will be able to finish off the Excadrill at the 1 HP, and wow, a 4-0. We didn't even have to bring out the Machamp. Not what I expected. Although Machamp was actually pretty good in the matchup. Maybe Rotom Wash would have been good in the back too. It looked like, but I mean, Arcanine was a good bait too. And Machamp was super solid. So yeah, we're going to be able to pick up a win. So that is going to be 2 wins in our favor against a similar team. I'm hoping the audio was all right. The new microphone sounds amazing, by the way. I'm just hoping that the original audio sounds okay. I'm probably going to have to change it because the audio did sound super weird. So maybe if that's the reason why you're hearing you know, a different game music, maybe I'm playing some Pokemon Battle Revolution music in the background. The reason was, of course, as I mentioned before, it was a problem in OBS that I had, and I just solved it. So yeah, it might have been fine because I was only recording the sources from the original mic, and it might have just been the output in my headphones. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode though of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Again, if you didn't like it, please do like down below, show support. We haven't really been able to use the Gmax key strike yet. I'm hoping that one of the remaining 2 episodes we will be able to use it. But I mean, Bisharp coming in clutch. Like, Bisharp did a ton of work, and Machamp actually did amazing the first game too. Hopefully we can actually prove that his Dynamax or Gigantamax form is actually, like, you know, it's a thing that it can actually be viable, but I feel like we haven't really had that chance yet. But you know what? We got 2 more episodes left. That means 4 games left with this team. Maybe we'll see. But otherwise, again, you can check out the team down below, rental code, and the placement of the team down below. You can check out my social medias. Again, I do stream on Twitch. You can check me out for more VGC action, as well as my awesome community that you can interact with. And if you do want to interact with the community even more, there is actually a Discord link down below where I do interact with the viewers. We team build VGC stuff, some more interactive stuff with my stream coming in soon with that Discord as well. So I highly recommend go checking out. You can talk, you can ask for Pokemon, or like look for trades, I guess that's how you call it. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, if you want to go an extra mile to support my content, there is my Patreon page also listed in the description down below. And but you could always just support me by leaving a like on this video, leaving a comment down below, and share this video with friends. So be sure to answer the comment question of today. Also be sure to let me know how the new microphone sounds, and let me know if you knew that Stone Edge hit your Phantom Force, because or No Guard Stone Edge. I think it only works for No Guard if I remember right. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.